Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to do a fall inspired video with some little DIYs I put together. The first one is going to be these little tea light candles that are obviously flameless. One of them is actually a color changing candle, which is pretty cool. The other one is just a regular one. And then for the second DIY, I wanted to do this one that I've been seeing all over Pinterest. It is a fall leaf kind of mobile, however you say that, which you can hang up anywhere. So if you guys want to know how I made these, then just keep watching. So for the first DIY, you're going to need a glass jar or a candle holder, whatever you'd call this. And then you're also going to need some flameless tea lights, which all of these things I actually got from the dollar store. You can also use scissors or some wire cutters. I end up using the wire cutters because I found it easier. And then a whole bunch of sticks, which you can get from nature. So to start this off, you're also going to need a glue gun just to glue everything into place. I started out with my candle holder. What you're going to do now is measure approximately how big you need each of these sticks and then just use your wire cutters or your scissors. Again, like I said, wire cutters were easier for me, and you're just going to measure out a whole bunch of those. If you think you have enough, measure out a lot more. And so I went about this two different ways. First way was just this one that I'm showing you right now, which is putting down some hot glue and then putting the sticks over top of them. This is generally a faster way, or the other way is what I'm showing you right now, and that is going to be to put the hot glue actually on the stick itself. This is definitely a more precise way of doing it, but it generally does take quite a bit longer. So I end up switching between the two ways. But yeah, so literally just keep doing that all around the rim and you will be good to go. I ended up actually making two of these, obviously, because one of them was for the submerging light that changed color, which was really cool, and the other one was just for the normal tea light. And then this is the finished result. So for the first one, I just put the little tea light in it, obviously lit it up, and that is it. But then for the second one, I use these, like I said, submerging color changing lights, which I also just got from the dollar store. You just twist them, and then they start changing. So the second candle holder, I just poured some water into it, and then I put the submerging light. These are completely okay to put into water because they're super sealed up, so don't worry about that. This is definitely my favorite. So now that we're finished with those guys, let's move on to the third DIY. To start this one off, you're just going to need a long stick. Make sure it's pretty sturdy, otherwise it's not going to be able to hold onto the wall too well. And then you're going to take some fishing line, which I just got from the dollar store. Again, all of the materials I've used in these DIYs can just be found at the dollar store. And then you'll need some leaves. I just found these kind of maple type leaves on a garland at the dollar store for $2. And then scissors, and then you're just going to need either tape or a glue gun. I found the glue gun worked a lot better. The tape wasn't as secure. So just cut off all the maple leaves from the garland, or if you can just get maple leaves, that's cool too. And then you're going to take your stick and just basically measure out how long you want your fishing line to be, and then just make a whole bunch of them. I used about 5 or 6, I believe. And then I just tied them to the stick, all of them in a row where I wanted them to be, and then just added a little bit of the hot glue, just to make it a little bit more secured. I then came in with my scissors just to take the excess off of the line that I didn't end up using. Basically just add more than you think you need, because you can always cut it off. At first I was kind of doing a design where I would do the first row, and then in the second row I would put the leaves in where the vacant spaces were, but then I realized you don't really need to go into a design because leaves don't fall like that in nature, and this is basically mimicking nature. So I just kept going with it and going with it, and once you're done gluing, you are completely done. I told you guys these were super simple and easy and cheap, so I hope you guys like this tutorial, and I'll see you in my next one.